Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this Wednesday? Jason Teeters here with Jetsetstate, and welcome to Wednesday Wins, where I share my viewpoints, practices, and techniques that I believe that could truly get your life right on track and moving in the direction you want to move. Today, I wanted to talk to you about urgency and the sense of urgency in your life. See, I think the best way to explain it is through my personal experience. Throughout my life, anything that has ever been worthwhile, good morning, D-Mac, anything that's ever been worthwhile has come with me facing fear, adversity, and pushing through it. And this idea that I needed to complete something by a specific time. And so the way I think about this is the idea that you have to have a sense of urgency in your life to move forward, right? But we don't, and we stop and we pause and we wait and we don't decide and we say one day I'm going to do this and soon I'm going to do that, and when I get my money right I'm going to be able to purchase this, and when I get this child out of school I'm going to be able to travel, I'm going to be able to do all these things. And so for me, in my own personal experience, I had this fear, right? I didn't move forward in my life. I didn't go after the things I wanted because of fear. Fear of not being accepted, fear of lack of understanding, fear of what others would say if I try to do something that was out of the norm or what is expected from so many of us. See, when we get locked into a system that works, or that seems like it works, it becomes very difficult to break out of that rut, right? And so what you have to do is start to move yourself in a direction that is valuable. And so if you haven't had an opportunity, there's a movie by Michael Keaton called My Life. And in that movie, he talks about, he doesn't even talk about it. He finds out that he has 9-10 months to live, and he decides to spend every day recording a video to his kids, trying to explain to them how to meet somebody, how to shake someone's hand, how to talk to someone, right? He's trying to impart as much knowledge on his family as he can before he departs. And for a lot of us, or at least for myself, I try to act in that sort of mentality, right? What would you do if you only had 90 days left? Who would you spend it with? What would you try to accomplish? What would you try to do with your own life, right? And have that sense of urgency to move forward, to start that job, to change that career, to spend more time with your loved ones, to reach out to family members who've been disconnected, right? Or just to share the knowledge with other people, the stuff that you have in your head that you know once it's over, nobody else is going to have that information. And so the reason why I'm talking to you about this today is because of the fact that I want you to develop that sense of urgency in your life. I want you to start moving forward. And I'm a prime example of that. If I listen to people that said, don't start a business until you have it completely perfected. Don't do a weekly Facebook Live until you know all the ins and outs of all that. See, this idea of trying to get to perfection is impossible. The only way you get to perfection is by doing, is by waking up every day and making a conscious decision to move forward, right? You go back and look at my first Wednesday Wins. The video was off, the editing was off, how I announced it to people was off, right? But that doesn't stop me. I keep getting better every day. And that's what we have to do in our life, right? You got to have a sense of urgency, right? A sense to say that I'm going to do this. I'm going to push myself, my family, my friends, right, to move forward in a direction. Or do it yourself. The idea is you have to understand that life is not promised. And thank you, D-Mac, for that quote, right? Right? You got to understand life is not promised. And so what would you do? Who would you be if you had only 60 to 90 days left on this earth? What information would you share with people? How would you move forward? How would you get unstuck? How would you get out of debt? How would you purchase a new house? How would you travel the world, right? When we're pushed, when our back's up against the wall, we start to make real decisions on how to move forward. And we've done it in our lives before. Take it from me. I was at the bottom of my class in high school. If you talk to me about education at the crux, I would say I was not a person that enjoyed education, right? I felt inadequate. I felt that I wasn't strong enough to be the type of person that gets A's and B's in high school. And that's just a lot of life that I took. Now you fast forward 20 plus years, I got my college degree. I ended up getting my master's at the Chicago School of Psychology and IO Psychology. I read probably a book every month, right? To me, I thirst for knowledge, and this is something that I would have never expected for myself. But when you're put in a situation where the opportunity to grow, the opportunity to have advancement in your career, in your life, to have a better life for yourself, it required me to get a master's. It required me to push further. It required me to take on knowledge, and I did it. And so what I'm saying to you today, this Wednesday, on your Wednesday win, when you're sitting there, what is pushing you to move forward, right? Hone in on that. Quit wasting time that we don't have, right? Reach out to people you care about. Talk to people that you enjoy being around. Have laughter, have success, share as much knowledge as you can with other individuals, because when it's all done, the only thing that matters is who you've been able to help and how they've been helped by what you've been able to share. And so I leave you with that today. Develop a sense of urgency in your life. Develop a sense of urgency to change your environment, to change the world around you. Move and progress, work, and every day you will get better. Just like this Wednesday wins. This is my 4th Wednesday wins. I made a promise to myself last month that I was going to do a Wednesday win all the way to the 1st of the year. And so this is my promise to myself, and I guarantee when I look at that first video and when I look at that last video I do at the end of the year, there's going to be a world of difference, right? And it's not going to be perfect, and I still have more to go. Right, so there's no end point, but you have to understand that a sense of urgency in your life, a sense of gathering others, a sense of showing your worth to the world is needed. And so today, on this Wednesday win, go out there, be the best you can be, because nothing is promised tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. It's Jason Teeters here with Wednesday Wins. I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining.